All right, so this is the video for elastic collisions. So step one, you want to make sure that the magnetic sides are going towards each other. You do not want the Velcro sides. You want the magnetic sides, okay? Then you can have data, like lots of different trials show up. I'm not a fan of that. So I like to delete them. This is why I asked you to save as before. If you haven't done that, make sure you save as. So you start deleting things and things go away, you don't like it. You can always go back to the starter file. So I am going to go over here. Maybe I can figure out how to get back to the screen. There we are. All right. And then if I click on the run and hit delete, it'll get rid of it for me. And I could get rid of the other runs too, but they don't really have anything show up on the screen. So I'm just going to leave them be. All right. Then you are going to give these a push as you click the start button. Now, it only records for a brief moment of time. So this is going to be a bit of a challenge for me to try and hit the start button and then move back here and get this going. But I'm going to do my best. So this is all kind of set up the way I want it for now. So let's see. Hit start. And there we go. All right, not bad. Okay, so I have some data here now that I want to look at. So I'm going to make this computer get a little closer to me so that I can easily talk to you. Okay, there we go. And now I can see my computer screen a little better. So this was before I pushed them. Okay, so we're going to ignore that. Then up here, this purple one, okay, which is cart 1. And cart 1 for me was the red cart. So I'm going to go on my data table. And for the red cart, for the velocity before the collision, I'm going to look. And I think that's pretty just barely above this line. So I'm going to look over. That's like 0.5 meters per second. And that's 0.6. So this would be like 0.52, 0.54, 0.56, 0.58. So it's between 0.5 and 0.52. So I might say 0.51. And it's positive because it's up here. Then for the blue cart, for me, the blue cart is cart 2. So that is this orange one. I'm going to go down here, and that's 0.4 and 0.5. So that's 0.42, 0.44, 0.46. It's between 0.46 and 0.48. It's kind of close to 0.46 as it gets close to the collision, though. So I might say negative, because these are negative. So like negative 0.46. And I would write that down in the blue cart's velocity. And if you look at your data table, you also need their mass. That's where you take them off the track, remember where they were, so you can put the red one back where it was and the blue one back where it was, and go use a scale and get their mass as well, okay? And then after the collision, their masses are not going to change, so you can rewrite those down, okay? But you do need to find their velocities. So this was, again, purple one is cart 1, which is my red cart. So for my red cart afterwards, my velocity is going to be negative 0.44-ish or negative 0.43. So I'd say like negative 0.44 or so. And then my blue cart is going to be a positive, and I'm going to say that's really close to 0.5, maybe 0.49. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my calculations. Okay, for that trial. So each trial, you're going to do a calculation. We're not going to do averages because when you push these together, you could push them fast one time and slow one time. We're just looking at the data before and after to see what's happening to the momentum, what's happening to the kinetic energy. And we're going to analyze the total amount of momentum before the collision, the total amount of momentum after the collision, the total amount of kinetic energy before the collision, the total amount of kinetic energy after the collision. And that's how we're going to be analyzing things. So again, it's a video. So if you got stuck somewhere, rewind, hit pause, figure out where you're at, and go from there.